In our first game today, it's an all-Region 1 battle. The Fremont Silverwolves, number 1 overall seed in the state tournament, taking on the Farmington Phoenix. And we'll get to our starting lineups first for Fremont in defense. Out in the left field from left to right is Calvin Morrow, and in left field and center field, Cannon Culford, and in right field, Brig Grange. And on the infield, left to right at third base is Peyton Siraj. At second base, Jackson Larkin. First base, Bridger Klontz. And at short, Logan Penland. Battery for today, Bodie Goins on the dish. And pitching for Fremont is Gavin Douglas. Batting order for Farmington. Shortstop, Wall Tucker. At center field, Jack Hanson. And on the dish, Mason Cook. In right field, Park Romney. In left field, Luke Workman. Playing third base and batting sixth, Easton White. The designated hitter batting in seventh, Caleb Takamoni. Caleb Takamori. And pitcher Landon Tanner batting eighth. And batting ninth, the first baseman, Landon Day. A lot of fun with the new setup for the state tournaments with the regionals and super regionals. Fremont took care of Clearfield in their super regional as Farmington had a battle through West Jordan. They had a 12-inning game earlier this week. This is going to be a lot of fun watching Farmington. They took out West Jordan in 3 games, making their way here, the 9th seed. The state on the 5A side is actually quite crazy. You got the 22 seed still alive in this 5A side, but on 6A, very true to the seeding. We see the right up to where we were supposed to go. That 5A was an absolute cluster. So if you haven't watched that yet, JT Worcester still on the call at UVU. Will be there all week long as well with Game Night Live rewind coverage. Dane Stewart hanging out at La Crosse. And then we got Alex Tumulip hanging out at Rio Tinto for the 5A and 6A boys soccer state tournament. We are set to go with Fremont and Farmington. And from time to time, we'll be hearing from Patrick Carr, I'm sure. He is the man that he is Region 1. So leading off for Farmington is Wall Tucker. Tucker Wall. He looks at strike one. And count even at 1-1. Very interesting to watch where Fremont goes. Everyone, especially Region 4, still runs baseball as they run most of the sports. As that ball's in there for called strike 2. And Fremont's kind of carrying the banner for the top half of the state. But you're pretty balanced in the state tournament. With Fremont Region 3 with Riverton and Bingham as that ball hit to the right side as Tucker Wall does exactly what you should do. Take that breaking ball the other way. And a runner aboard, leadoff man on for the Phoenix. So
hits, do you usually wait till the end of the inning or do you come up as they happen?
So Jack Hanson, the center fielder, to the play with the runner on first. And that finds the outer part of the plate for the called strike. But in the state tournament, we got the reigning 6A champion, American Fort Cavemen, Caden Carpenter, Fisher Ingersoll, and crew. But Riverton has been outstanding this year. Coach Jay Applegate's got another terrific group. There's a throw over to first. Not quite the Andy Pettit balk move. I'm sure we'll see that later on. As every left-hander balks. Courtney Littledyke knows what I'm saying. They're over 75% on the way home when they throw to first all the time. Oh, what a nice bunt. The throw to first is in time. No, not in time. He's safe. So infield single and 2 aboard. Man, I was close at first base. Taylor Ward keeps trying to do that stuff for the Angels, never quite pulls it off, but he gets that one down, and Jack Hanson aboard. So a lot of traffic here early for Fremont. First two on. Yeah, corners up, middle's back, playing the double play ball is the catcher Mason Cook with a chance to do some damage for Farmington. Helm bounces in. And Mason's job, move the runners. But not holding at first base, you can get a great secondary lead off of first. And that one's out of the zone. 2-0. Always told that guy at first base that go out to the outside shoulder of that first baseman. And the wider you can get him to go, the better. Try to break up the double play ball. Hitter's delight, 2-0. Big swing. Count now 2-1. Didn't see official stats online for Farmington. But Fremont took all 3 games of their series this year. And that one's fouled back to the screen. Game 1 was 8-5. Game 2 was a 1-run game, 8-7. And the third game was all Silverwolves. Not quite can let him keep the without checking it out there. But if you haven't been to BYU in a while, all turf field, just like we see at UVU. Two balls, 2 strikes. Inner half, called strike 3. Gavin Douglas bounced back with the K. As Park Romney comes to the plate, the right fielder. And this is an interesting spot for Farmington. If you're thinking about approach to your hitters, you make Douglas throw pitches. You also want to be too selective of yourself in deep counts, allow him to get to his best pitch. That one foul back, count even a ball and a strike. And they're part for Fremont. Ground ball, get out of the inning. The jam means nothing. Runners are going to freeze on anything in the line drive in the infield. Got to see it through. And that one's bounced, so 2-1. Good discipline there from Romney. Again, remind you our coverage this week brought to you by Heidemann and Associates. Get a free consultation. Go to utah.law. Find the law office nearest you. And if you can't make it into the offices they have, you can also set it up to be a virtual call. Justin will always give you a phone call or do a video chat, anything you need to give you that consultation. You know if you have a case or you just want to know what your rights are. Again, go to utah.law. Go to our friends at Heidemann and Associates. 2 balls and 1 strike to Park Romney. Fastball hit into right center field. That's going to get through. 1 run will come in. It'll be runners on the corners as Park Romney comes through with a big RBI single. And the Phoenix strike first. I've seen you get runners on, get yourself into a good count, 2-1. He has nowhere to put you. Does want to go to a secondary pitch and fall behind 3-1. Comes to the fastball and able to deposit in the outfield. So now coming to the plate is Luke Workman with runners on the corners. Healthy swing, back to the screen. So holding the runner at first. They've been playing in front as that one finds the outer corner. The 0-2, 1 to burn. So ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 runner goes, gonna not throw down. So hold up, everybody's safe. Give the runner the bag at second. See if they can get the guy at third to take off on the throw. So double play ball out of order. And a hit would score 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Luke Workman. And that one swung through and strike 3.
The third baseman, number 3, Easton White.
That brings up Easton White. Easton looks at ball 1. The 1-0 from Douglas. Up and out of the zone. So 2 balls and no strikes. And there's a called strike. Big one for Douglas here. Base open. Maybe hitting the 7, 8, 9 hitters. You get these big games. You talk about the last third of a lineup. They make or break games like this. As I will match to the screen. If your 7, 8, 9 hitters can be productive and bridge the top of the order, get base hits, drive in a run or 2, I mean, you got chances to win. But if they can't produce, be big. When you tell your pitcher all the time, hey, if you're struggling 7, 8, 9, I don't know if we can keep you in. So Douglas with a big at bat here with White. A 2-2 pitch, half-hearted swing, and a full K. Down on strikes. Farmington does plate the first run of the day. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Fremont coming to the plate. You're watching the 2022 6A baseball tournament on KSLSports.com.
The first baseman, number 12, Landon Day.
So 2 outs, and that brings up Landon Day, the first baseman. So a fly out to left, a chop to short. And now the 9-hitter, Day. Breaking ball. Whew. Oh. So even up 1-1. Ball and a strike, misses down. 2-1. That ball lifted well out of play. And we'll stay here. The count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Okay, and check out all of our coverage today. Game Night Live Rewind. Get reports back. Alex Tumalip, if you followed our basketball coverage, very excitable commentator, but everyone loving his soccer call. One of the 5A semifinals going right now. Dane's got lacrosse locked down. We were at baseball. JT Worcester still doing the 5A tournament. As that ball is out of the zone. The count moves, a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. But JT will have UVU taken care of. I'll be here. As that ball lifted and out of play. The payoff pitch. It struck well in the left center field, and it's going to get down. So a 2-out single. And bridge into the top of the order. See, done there by Landon Day. Just me, or though you can't quite tell, the ball's going to keep carrying up here today. Just hanging. So that brings up Tucker Wall, the leadoff hitter. Single last inning in the right center field and scored later on in the inning. The 4th hit.
Right at the same time.
In the first inning and 2/3. So looks at the ball there. Love to keep it alive. Probably Tucker Wall single through the right side. That one chopped at the plate. 1-1. There was Parker Romney that had the RBI single in the right center field. So a ball and a strike, 2 outs and a runner on first. It looks at ball 2. It's a good hitter's count here. 2-1 with 2 outs. Looking at something straight. Might be seeing a hit and run. Maybe not. They lift this one in the right field. And ranging over to make the catch is Brig Range. So Farmington gets a man aboard. A nice job of Douglas ending it there. We head to the bottom of the 2nd inning. It's Farmington 1 and Fremont 0. You're watching the Game Night Live Rewind's coverage of the 2022 6A Baseball Tournament on KSLSports.com. So Jackson Larkin leading off the bottom of the 2nd inning. And fouls that one back to the screen. Fremont went down in order in the 1st inning.
Oh, today you are?
Looking to get something started here. Larkin batted .453 coming into today.
Yeah. Okay.
Looking for his 40th hit of the season. Swings through that one. The count now 0-2.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. No,
Should mention, we talked about the 3-game sweep earlier in the year. Well, those games were played in March. So 2 different teams from where they were there. Hit sharply to second base. Nice job of getting ground to be able to bring that one in by Larkin. Pardon me, Caden Willis. Caden gave ground to take that one on the hop. And the turf gave him the true balance and able to handle that one.
yeah, no, I'm down here.
So that'll bring up
The scoreboard, yeah.
They'll bring up Bridger Klontz. Looks at strike one. And that pitch well off the plate. Evens the count at 1-1. Klontz, first baseman. And that one chopped at the plate. So count at 1-2. Klontz a .430 batting average on the season. Drove in 25 runs. They set up outside off the plate. Caught a lot of the plate, but right to center field on the screws. And Jack Hanson there for the out, 2 away. Sometimes the center fielder, that ball gets hit, it's a knuckleball a little bit. Saw Hanson maybe misjudged it for a moment. I'd leave his feet to bring it in. Luckily, he's got good hand-eye coordination. That ball's going to the wall and we're running around. But 2 away. As Bodie Goins comes to the plate. And breaking ball left up. But a strong start on the hill for Landon Tanner. Bounces that one. The count now 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. His bounce. Count out runs, 3 balls and no strikes. And Fremont decided to get a man on. Let this potent lineup do its job. See, Tanner can come all the way back. The 3-0 finds his own. Not going to be granted first base. The 3-1 well wide of the plate, and then the first runner for Fremont aboard. So now hit the 7-hitter.
The third baseman, number 2, Peyton Surage.
That brings up Peyton Surage. The third baseman, the runner on first. And that's in for a called strike. See how Landon bounced back after that walk. The 0-1. So Mason Cook, nice job of keeping that one there. Fastball finds his own. Strike 2. So Goins going to have to, or probably Peyton Surage going to have to show up the swing here. Ball and 2 strikes, try to keep this inning alive. Fremont goes a straight 9. No designated hitter in their lineup today. As that evens the count at 2-2. Got a speed up runner at first. Not worried about the runner. Deuce is wild, and we'll do it again. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 away in the bottom of the second inning. Suraj hits this one sharply back through the box, and he's going to keep it alive. A 2-out single. Nice job of just taking it where it's pitched. Right back through the box. So 2 aboard for the Silverwolves. And that brings up Cannon Culford. There's Cannon, one of the more productive running backs in Region 1 this year in football. Was outstanding. Come out of the backfield. And that pitch finds the outer half for called strike one. Cannon batted .450 on the year. We're about to hit in the 8 hole. That one well wide of the plate, even the count at 1-1. Drove in 24 runs. He'd love to pick up 25. The 1-1. Breaking ball, set up in the zone. This one hit into right center field. Hanson comes over to make the catch. And Farmington has held this potent Fremont offense. They've held them down to the first 2 innings. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. Fremont trailing Farmington 1-0. You're watching the 2022 6A Baseball State Tournament. So Jackson Larkin leading off the bottom of the 2nd inning. And fouls that one back to the screen. Fremont went down in order in the 1st inning. Looking to get something started here. Larkin batted .453 coming into today. Looking for his 40th hit of the season. Swings through that one. The count now 0-2. Should mention, we talked about the 3-game sweep earlier in the year. Well, those games were played in March. So 2 different teams from where they were there. Hit sharply to second base. Nice job of getting ground to be able to bring that one in by Larkin. Pardon me, Caden Willis. Caden gave ground to take that one on the hop. And the turf gave him the true balance and able to handle that one. So that'll bring up Bridger Klontz. Looks to strike one. And that pitch well off the plate. Evens the count at 1-1. Klontz, first baseman. And that one chopped at the plate. So count at 1-2. Klontz a .430 batting average on the season. Drove in 25 runs. They set up outside off the plate. Caught a lot of the plate, but right to center field on the screws. And Jack Hanson there for the out, 2 away. Sometimes the center fielder, and that ball gets hit, it's a knuckleball a little bit. Saw Hanson maybe misjudged it for a moment. I'd leave his feet to bring it in. Luckily, he's got good hand-eye coordination. That ball's going to the wall and we're running around. But 2 away. As Bodie Goins comes to the plate. And breaking ball left up. But a strong start on the hill for Landon Tanner. Bounces that one. The count now 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. His bounce. Count out runs, 3 balls and no strikes. And Fremont decided to get a man on. Let this potent lineup do its job. See, Tanner can come all the way back. The 3-0 finds his own. Not going to be granted first base. The 3-1 well wide of the plate, and then the first runner for Fremont aboard. So now hit the 7-hitter.
The third baseman, number 2, Nathan Surridge.
That brings up Peyton Surridge. The third baseman, the runner on first. And that's in for a called strike. See how Landon bounced back after that walk. The 0-1. So Mason Cook, nice job of keeping that one there. Fastball finds his own. Strike 2. So Goins going to have to, or pardon me, Peyton Surridge going to have to show up the swing here. Ball and 2 strikes, try to keep this inning alive. Fremont goes a straight 9. No designated hitter in their lineup today. As that evens the count at 2-2. Got a speed up runner at first. Not worry about the runner. Deuce is wild, and we'll do it again. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 away in the bottom of the second inning. Surridge hits this one sharply back through the box, and he's going to keep it alive. A 2-out single. Nice job of just taking it where it's pitched. Right back through the box. So 2 aboard for the Silverwolves.
The center fielder, number 1, Culford.
And that brings up Cannon Culford. Cannon, one of the more productive running backs in Region 1 this year in football. Was outstanding. Come out of the backfield. And that pitch finds the outer half for called strike 1. Cannon batted .450 on the year. We're about to hit in the 8 hole. That one well wide of the plate to even the count at 1-1. Drove in 24 runs. He'd love to pick up 25. The 1-1. Breaking ball, set up in the zone. This one hit into right center field. Hanson comes over to make the catch. And Farmington has held this potent Fremont offense. They've held them down to the first 2 innings. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. Fremont trailing Farmington 1-0. You're watching the 2022 6A Baseball State Tournament. So welcome back to the bottom of the 3rd inning. I always like sitting next to Curtis Pettengill because he keeps me straight. I said 4 pitches. Okay, it was 6 pitches. But either way, you get the point. A quick inning there for Douglas is looking at strike 1. Leading off the inning for Fremont is Brig Grange, the right fielder. So Luke Workman comes up. The top of the fourth inning. Dusty Litster with you as that ball fouled back to the screen. I believe Evening to count at 1-1. So I have smarter people sitting to the right of me and the left of me to make sure we're on point this week. Last year at Salt Lake Community College, we were all over the place. As that ball's up, 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch off the plate. So 3-1 now. And Workman draws a leadoff walk. I tell you, as a coach, you always feel good. Your guys are disciplined at the plate. They're active in defense. Because you're Farmington. It doesn't matter what happened in the regular season. You're living for this game. Don't worry about the three previous, because the one that matter is this one. That's going to bring Easton White to the plate. Went down on strikes and is only a bat back in the first inning. Squares around, that ball drops. Strong throw to second, but it's a little too tall. Runner's in, going to hold him there. So the stolen base for Luke Workman. And I believe it was a ball. The ball bounced to the plate. We'll see if they square him around again. And scoring possession there at second base. And Douglas has had to deal with stressful innings. That's in for a called strike. Evens the count at 1-1. So a lot of times we worry about pitch counts, but it's about stressful pitches. And first inning, a lot of runners, ton of traffic in the first. Second inning got out. Had to only face 4 batters, but now back to some stressful pitches. The runner on second, no outs. This ball hit in the right center field, tailing toward right field. And going to tag and go to third. Nice throw on line and on time. The 9-5 put out. What a throw from Brig Grange. Channeling is inner, we'll go way back, Roberto Clemente. A little less further back, Vladimir Guerrero. Senior, not junior. I don't think junior has the stamina to do that. But how about the catch and throw? So 2 out. And coming to the plate now for Farmington is Caleb Takamori. And now 2-0. That one back to the screen. And that one too foul back. So count even at 2-2 and 2 outs and nobody on. And Douglas wanted that one. He was going to walk that one off, kind of like a golfer walking in a putt on 18. Did not get the call, so the count full. The payoff pitch, lifted into center field. Culford coming in and able to take it in. The defense was a story in the top of the 4th inning. And a terrific play out of right field by Brig Grange. So down in order they go. So we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Farmington still leading 1-0. The bats coming up for Fremont. You're watching this 2022 6A baseball tournament. So count at 1-1. Dusty Lister with you here in the top of the 4th. Or probably bottom of the 4th. And that 1-1 pitch hit into center field. Hanson ranges over and makes the can of corn catch. And those of us that used to play triple play baseball on PlayStation, we all learned the history of the can of corn. Patrick Carr remembers that, right? Why it was called the can of corn? You didn't play triple play 97, 98? I didn't think I was that much older than you. So us old guys now. But Buck Martinez taught the can of corn was from when store clerks back in the day in their aprons, they used to order their corn, and they would take the stick, they'd knock it off the top shelf and catch it in their apron. So it was the can of corn. See, not only we broadcast, we teach. I can't write the written word, but I can speak it. We are the Wayne's World of broadcast high school sports. 2 balls and 1 strike. To Bridger Kluntz. And Bridger lifts this one in the right field, tailing toward the line. And nice job of ranging over and making the play, Park Romney. Oh, pardon me, that was Bodie Goins flying that one out. And I'll bring up the third baseman. So Peyton Surridge at the plate, the third baseman. Count 1-0. That one misses. 2 balls and no strikes. Now to Peyton. Singled. It is only at bat in the second inning. First time here since 07. Grounder to short. And a nice play. Stretching out and got it. Yeah, last time the state tournament was at BYU, 07. We'll tell us a little bit of history. We guess we'll keep it here. Taylorsville's last appearance in a state championship baseball game is right here at Miller Park, where they lost to Jordan, who won their very first baseball state championship in 100-year history of their school. Cody Raymond, Mason Jordan and crew took home the state championship. But we'll take the break. We'll be right back. You're watching the 2022 6A Baseball State Tournament. Top of the 5th inning. Dusty Lister with his. Farmington clean to a 1-0 lead. And they got some good stuff on their side. Colin Chandler, the future BYU Cougar. Before that, go on his mission to Africa. Is in the stands. Is Landon Tanner trying to help his cause here. Able to hang in. Foul that one off. Stays at no balls and 2 strikes. Looks at ball 1. So the 1-2 pitch inside. Oh, called strike 3. Painted the right-handed batter box for strike 3. That was the old Greg Maddox, Tom Glavine, John Smoltz treatment on that pitch. Since I'm not a coach, I can argue balls and strikes. I thought that was ball 2. So Landon Day comes to the plate. Of course, Landon Tanner being a pitcher doesn't want to argue that too much because he needs that pitch next inning. As we're into the final third of this first game of the day, this Day looks at ball 1. 4 games on the tap today. Lone Peak AF coming up next. This ball hit in the right field, carrying a little bit more. And man, they are wearing out the right fielder in Brig Range. As they learned it last inning, he has a glove. You don't want to test his arm. So 2 outs and a back to the top of the order we go. As Tucker Wall will come to the plate. Tucker 1 for 2 today. And he wears it. Hit batsman. the two-out runner the hard way.
The center fielder, number 2, Jack Hanson.
So that brings up Jack Hanson. Hanson had an infield single in the first, grounded to third his last time up. Looking to do some damage with 2 outs as he looks to strike 1. And now the 0-1. That one misses. Count even at 1-1. Bender misses. 2 balls and 1 strike. Runner goes, chopper to the left side. Taking on the hop. Strong throw to first, brings him off the bag, and he's safe. First baseman say that I tagged him on the helmet. And there is no review. You're not going to be able to look at the dugout. As we see at the end of every play in baseball, if you watch, every play, guy is waving at his coach. So the throwing error there can go E6, but you can come out and have a little chat with the first base umpire. This is the difference. I'm not saying it's wrong, but the difference of doing softball versus baseball. Very rarely does a softball coach come out of the dugout to have any kind of chat with the umpire. Part of my favorite things is softball. In fact, I've had umpires tell me they switch from baseball to softball. I said, 1, the game's faster. 2, coaches don't talk to you. And they're going to say safe. Without any video, there's nothing you're going to get there. I think if the second base umpire had an angle, he'd come over and say, hey, well, I think I got him. And I don't think he saw it because he's also looking at the runner at second base. So everybody can stay here. Runners on first and second. And now up to Mason Cook to make that one hurt. If you're going to get a gift, because he may have tagged him, if you're going to want to make it hurt, you got to take advantage of the opportunity here. If you're Fremont, if your coach is looking at everybody, hey, take a deep breath, get you out the plate. Going anywhere on the infield, short way up the middle, but just get you out the plate. And he bounces down 1, 2 balls and no strikes. And if you're Mason Cook, you're looking for something straight here. Nowhere to put you. And now the 2-0. Fastball misses up. So you're going red light 3-0. And go red light 3-0, yellow light 3-1. And that 3-0 pitch is in there for a called strike. And of course, if you're wondering, the yellow light, put on a tee. If it's not there, we're not swinging. And he fouls that one to the screen. That was middle. So 3-2. That's a big pitch on both sides here. An extended run at second base. Everybody back, keeping it in front here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out and 2 on. This one lifted in the right field, and Brigg is there. Grange ranges over, and the threat is done. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Fremont still knocking on the door, trailing by 1 run. Farmington leads. You're watching the 2022 6A State Baseball Tournament. Bottom of the 5th inning, Culford leads off the inning with a single through the right side. And again, just waiting for that spark of this high-powered Fremont offense. Let's talk about Culford and what he did on the football field. The leader there comes through. So I'll bring up Brigg Grange, who has been, in the last 2 innings, outstanding on the right field. quite possibly one of the biggest plays of the day. Catch in right field, the gun to third. Ooh, the bunt, unable to hold off on that. Fouls it off. Let's see Culford go in motion here. See if Farmington has the same feeling. Nope, he holds to go bunt, and again, fouls to the screen. So take the bunt off, 0-2. Needs to be a productive out, not a wasted out. No balls, 2 strikes to Grange. And Brigg is able to hold up. They're going to appeal down to first. So count 1 and 2. And this ball lifted in the left and taken easily by Luke Workman for the first out. So Grange unable to get the bunt down to move Culford in the scoring position, and then the fly ball unable to do it as well. So to the top of the order we go, and then Gavin Douglas coming to the plate. Gavin 1 for 2 today, singled his last time up in the 3rd inning. Love to move Culford from first to third. They're playing him deep in right field as that pitch finds the outer half for called strike 1. The 0-1 bounced. Good job of keeping it in front by Mason Cook. Lone Peak and American Fork coming up next. Here on KSLSports.com. Going to be a fun one. The reigning 6A champions taking on the region rival. We get a chance to see Crew McChesney, one of the top hitters in the state of Utah. Now I get to watch Fisher Ingersoll, able to see him come back from his knee injury in football. The future TCU Horned Frog. And Caden Carpenter as well. Bender got a lot of the plate, but fouled off of at the dish. Keep it here 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 1 away. Breaking ball. Fought off down the third base side, able to get out of play. So keep the count at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. And again, fought off and sent onto the road. Okay, we mentioned Douglas singled back in the 3rd, and that ball is up in the zone. So count runs full. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and the runner on first base. Culford surprised he hasn't been put in motion. And this ball lifted into shallow left center field. Nice job of Hanson taking control like a center fielder should. Comes in to take care of that one, 2 away. Always wonder on the rules on that. And the majors has kind of changed. We always talk about the center fielder, any ball he can get to is his. You saw on the no-hitter from Reed Detmers that Mike Trout was called off by Luis Rengifo, who was running in from the infield, as this ball fouled off down the right field line. But the rule has always been that anything that the center fielder can get to is his, or the outside man could call that one off. So love seeing Hanson take control. So Logan Penland fouls that one off down the line. As Fremont's had some chances, not a lot of them. I think back in the third inning, had runners on second and third, unable to play to run. As a bender swung through and missed for strike two by Penland. He too is 1 for 2 today, singled last inning. Or probably his last time up in the third. The sharp ground ball. And this 0-2 pitch hitting the right center field, tailing. Oh, nice job of bringing that one in. Kind of between Romney and Hanson, but Park Romney able to stay with it to end the inning. We go to the top of the sixth inning. Farmington clinging to a 1-0 lead. You're watching the 2022 6A state tournament on KSLSports.com.
College wasn't built for me.
It didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Test day's test day. Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
Tests on your time. Courses on your time. Graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of VU.
College wasn't built for me.
It didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Or if my kid had a fever.
Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
I'm going to take tests when I'm ready.
I want to take courses on my time.
And speed up when I know my stuff.
I want a university that cares about me.
Tests on your time. Courses on your time. Graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit.
So Park Romney ends the inning with a spectacular defensive play on one half inning, or to end a half inning, comes back up to lead off the top of the sixth. As he chops this one back up the middle. Oh, that ball's going to get through. It's a long way to go for Logan Penland. He doesn't unable to get to it. Don't know if he would have had a chance at Romney at first, as that was not hit over the well. So an infield single for Park Romney. So leadoff man aboard as Luke Workman comes to the plate. Workman 0 for 1 today. Reached on a walk. Lifts this one high into the Provost sky. Penland ranges back to get it for the first out. So now Easton White to the dish. Snap back to first, and so Romney away from first. Wide at the dish. That one misses down. Wide 0 for 2 today. Down on strikes and flew out to right. And for Douglas, he's had some traffic back in the first and in the fifth inning. Able to battle out of a lot of it. Only give up the one run back in the first. Throw down, Romney will get in there safely. And a stolen base for Romney in the extender run at second base. Not quite a single and score. If it's hit on the line, he's going to have to see it through. So corners up, middle's back. For Fremont, as this ball's hit to Penland, going to hold the runner at second. And Penland across the infield for the second out of the inning. So Penland with both putouts. And I'll bring up Caleb Takamori. With the runner in scoring position for Farmington. And pitcher Landon Tanner on deck. Breaking ball, chopped foul. And the 0-1. Breaking ball, the short, Penland with all 3 outs. Making the shortstop work for it. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Fremont trailing by 1. You're watching the 2022 6A State Tournament on KSLSports.com.
College wasn't built for me.
I didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Or if my kid had a fever.
Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
I want to take tests when I'm ready.
I want to take courses on my time.
And speed up when I know my stuff.
I want a university that cares about me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of you.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Fremont trailing 1-0. Fremont has not lost. Last time they had an L next to a game for them was the first game of the year. They lost 5-3. Oh, pardon me. Second game of the year. It seems like Patrick Carr's behind me, but they're 26-1 coming today. Lost to Sky Ridge 5-3. 25. Wow. Lowest output of the year for Fremont, at least according to Max Preps, was 4 runs 2 different times against Weber. So being held scoreless does not happen. We talk about Morrow. He's driven in 49 runs on the season, batting well over 400. He's yet to reach base today. Fouls that one back to the screen and is now down to his final strike, 1-2. Grounded to second base in the first inning, then flew out to center on a ball he just missed. And that one bounced, evens the count at 2-2. Not going to get him to chase. So 2 balls and 2 strikes tomorrow. That one chopped down the first base line. And memory serves, last time Fremont played here at BYU in the 07 tournament was a late start because of rain. They started like at 11 o'clock at night against Bingham. They left so many bases loaded. They couldn't play the run. And Morrow swings through the breaking ball. My team at Graydon, Morin, and others, they just tore the cover off the ball, and they struggled in the cold night. But they have struggled today, and it has been quite the pitching performance by Landon Tanner. Keeping this potent Silverwolf lineup scoreless through 5 1/3. So Jackson Larkin steps in. He's 0 for 2 on the day, grounded out and went down looking. See if he can spark this Fremont offense, as that one's well off the plate. And now the 1-0. Somehow they have to get a bat on that one. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. And that one well off the plate as well. So count now 2 balls and a strike. We talked about earlier this year in their series, Fremont took game 1 5-3, took game 2 8-7, took game 3 18-7. And that is in, called strike 2. Hey, if he didn't throw the bender on 2-1, you see the bender again here at 2-2. And there it is, and Larkin lifts this one in the left center field, still carrying, and Hanson comes over to take care of it. Nice job of the center fielder taking control. As you saw, the left fielder hit the deck. A lot of that is him pulling up. Luke Workman. We saw that the last out of the 5th inning when Romney came ranging over to make the catch. Hanson's got some range. So 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. And I'll bring up Bridger Klontz, the first baseman. And that breaking ball is down. The 1-0. Down the third baseline. Got a chance, maybe. Yes. A 3-up, 3-down inning for Farmington. We go to the final inning. Farmington looking to shock Fremont here in the first game this week in the 6A state tournament. To the top of the 7th we go. Farmington leading 1-0. You're watching the 2022 6A baseball state tournament. Top of the 7th inning. Dusty Lister with you is Fremont trailing Farmington 1-0. And the starting pitcher, Landon Tanner, trying to help us cause. This is going to be an infield fly. No infield fly rule, but lifted up in the infield and taken care of at first base by Bridger Klontz.
The first baseman, number 12, Landon Day.
And I'll bring up now Landon Day. So 8-9-1 here in the 7th inning. As Farmington love to tack on an insurance run if they can get someone on as Day looks at strike 1. The other part is got to make Douglas work, and the same thing on the other end. If Tanner's going to come out and pitch the 7th inning, you tell your guys they got to be patient to make him work it. As that one misses, count 1-1. The same pitch you saw on pitch 1, if you work it, you'll see it on pitch 4. Yeah, that one up in the zone, 2-1. That's what I'm talking about. If you saw a fastball strike 1, you see a fastball here, 2-1. And there it was, fouled off, count now even at 2-2.
A reminder, ladies and gentlemen, if you would help us bring those softballs back to the dugout area. Thank you.
American Fork, Lone Peak coming up next. You'll have it right here on KSLSports.com. Interested to see if we'll see Caden Carpenter throwing for AF as that ball lifted out of play. It's been lined down the third base line and foul. Keep it at 2-2. But it'll be fun to see Carpenter and Ingersoll. And of course, we saw Lone Peak on Friday. And what that lineup would do. And now the 2-2. Hit well in the left field. That's going to get beyond the left fielder all the way to the wall. A 1-out double. And insurance run in scoring position. Landon Day, the 9-hitter, bridging it to the top of the order.
The shortstop, number 24, Tucker Wall.
So 6 hits on the day for Farmington. And now a big one to the top of the order we go, and Tucker Wall comes to the plate. Looks at ball 1. Wall singled in his first at bat and scored the only run of the game. He hit that one through the right side, and first base playing a little off, about exactly where that ball went in the first at bat. Two balls and no strikes. Fastball's up. Again, that run at second base is big with this potent Fremont offense with their last gasp. You know you're going to get their best inning of the day. Love to have another run if you're Farmington. If you're Fremont, hold it here. 3 balls and 1 strike to Wall. Lifts this one out of play. So it'll be a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So that goes into the bullpen. Douglas has pitched well. This Wall shorten it up. Again, this move the runner to third base is his job. Any way he can do it. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch is up. And the first 2 runners are aboard here for Farmington. There's now a little bit of a conference as they bring up the 3-hole hitter.
The center fielder number 2, Jack Hanson.
So that'll bring up the center fielder, Jack Hanson. Jack reached on an infield single in the first. Grounded out, and then it reached on an error. Controversial play back in the 5th inning as he looks at a bender for strike 1. Let's see if he pushes a, well, got 1 out. With an 0-1 pitch, fouls that one off. Count out 0 balls and 2 strikes. Can remind you to stick around for Heidemann Associates Player of the Game selection. Got a couple good ones in their back pockets. Now the 0-2 up in the zone. Now ball and 2 strikes. One, two, still can throw the breaking ball here. And there it was. Foul back to the screen. Hanson showing he can reach anything. Fouled off a fastball off the plate, and now that breaking ball as well. And just sitting where the arm is for Douglas. If you can keep him off speed, you can get a ball lifted. And try to keep everyone on pass. And now if he works down, get the ground ball. And now one lifted out of play. How about the at-bat here from Hanson?
Please return all foul balls to the dugout area. Thank you.
So this is 110th pitch right here. Fastball lifted out of play. So I believe he gets to finish the batter. And so this will be the last batter of the day here for Douglas. And what he would want is a little tailor-made 6-4-3. And again, the insurance run standing at second base with 1 out. So for base runners, 1 out, freezing on a line drive, got to see it through the infield. So a necessary score run if he hits it on the screws here. Left fielder is playing back. The 1-2, fastball, no. So the count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and 2 on. As Douglas kicks and fires. Chop to the left side. Eaton at third, throw to second, not in time to first. There'll be 2 outs and runners on the corners. There's a nice job at third base by Peyton Surridge, and that will be the final batter that Douglas will face, as he will have to come out as he's hit his pitch limit for the day. So that'll be the day, in a good day for Douglas. So we'll step aside and make the pitching change. You're watching the 2022 6A State Baseball Tournament on KSLSports.com. So welcome back in to Miller Park. 2 outs, and now a new pitcher coming on is Calvin Morrow. And Mason Cook, the catcher, coming to the plate, as Douglas now playing right field. So runners on the corners and 2 outs. Mason Cook at the plate. And that ball bounced. Mason yet to reach today. Come through in a big way. Runner goes. Again, tried to induce the runner at third to come off the bag on the throw. So it'll be runners on second and third on the stolen base. And it'll be a 2-0 count. A 2-0 pitch hit sharply to short. Pendleton with the stab. The throw to first. Off the mark. He's safe. So the insurance run comes through. And what a play by Pendleton just to get to the ball. The throw to first pulled the first baseman off the bag. And it's the second error of the day for Fremont. But what hurts worse is the run. So now 2-0 Phoenix.
The right fielder, number 17, Park Romney.
Yeah, I'll bring up Park Romney, who has the lone RBI on the day for Farmington. An RBI single back in the first inning. He is 2 for 3 on the day. And so charge an error to the shortstop on the throw. So he's 6. As that breaking ball's up in the zone. The 1-0 in there for a called strike. And now the 1-1 from Morrow. Foul back to the screen. This inning started with the one-out double from Landon Day, who just came in to score. The 9-hitter. He's had 2 hits today. He's 2 for 3 with a run scored. And that ball's up. And one of the things I talked about in these games, talk about your last third, 7, 8, 9. Can you get 2 to 3 hits out of the bottom of the order? And there they are with 2 hits from the same guy. It doesn't matter who does it. And a run scored out of the 9-hole hitter. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, as that one's fouled off. And out of play. And we'll do it again. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. And looking to tack on to a 2-run lead. Fouled off again. Getting the right fielder, Park Romney at the plate. As Morrow comes set. And that one lifted in the right center field. And Culford there for the putout. But the insurance run comes across as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Last chance time here for Fremont. You're watching the 2022 6A baseball tournament on KSLSports.com. Bottom of the 7th inning. And the number 1 seed, Fremont, looking to come back down 2 runs in their last at-bats of the day. Landon Tanner going to go the distance here as he enters the 7th inning. Remember, he has to go 110 pitches. He'll be able to finish the batter. Then he'll have to come out. As Bodie Goins, 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Looks at ball 2. That's the next part for Fremont. So, guys, hey, he's pitched just as much as our guy did. Get out there, be patient. And sometimes we talk to our guys, hey, don't swing. You're not swinging until 2 strikes. Make him work. There's a hard hit ball by Goins, and the leadoff man is aboard for Fremont. So the tying run comes to the plate for the Silverwolves. And this is what's fun and having someone like Patrick Carr, who's at every one of these Region 1 games, it seems like. Let me know that, Farmington was up in Game 2 of their series. They're up 7-6. They try to backpick a guy at first base. The ball went into the right field, and 2 runs scored. And that's how Fremont took Game 2, 8-7. So a little bit of history to that here for Farmington to overcome. They're going to take in that regular season game. So the winner plays tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. The loser of this game is going to drop down to the loser bracket. As that one's fouled off, the play I'll get that set up for you in just a minute. Oh, that's well off the plate. Farmington fans wanted the K. That was off the plate. I'm a little ways away, but you could see it. Granted, it has been called a lot today. They've gotten that Greg Maddox strike 3. And now the 1-2. Back to the outer half. That's going to get down. This is trouble. Goins rounds third. Is going to come in for the run. And it's going to be a 2-out RBI triple. And that ball goes right there. But the runner's safe at third. Big time from Peyton Siraj. And that'll be the day for Landon Tanner. Been a heck of a day, but the tying run is 90 feet away. There's nothing quite like baseball and a big-time hit. For the most exciting play in baseball, driving in the first run of the day for Fremont. And old Uncle Mo looking to put on the royal blue. Oh, that will still, they will keep Tanner out there. So Cannon Culford comes to the plate. Tying run. At third base. Breaking ball lifted into center field. Could just get it done. Hanson got to get back on the ball. Makes the catch. Here comes the throw. And will hold him up. Nice job there by Cannon Culford. Or pardon, by Hanson, rather. As I bring up Brig Grange. Sprague 0 for 2 on the day. To the top of the order coming up next. Breaking ball. In there for a called strike. Peyton Surge is going to have to freeze on a line drive. You got to infield up. You freeze on a line drive, make sure you get it through. And that one fouled back the screen. Anything to the outfield is going to score the run. Didn't want him giving up a double play ball on something sharp. No balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. That one misses wide. Had 1 to burn, 0-2. Great job there by Mason Cook. Go to Hawaii Hilo. He's done a nice job on the dish today. Is that one in there? Called strike 3. Down to their final out. To the top of the order we go. How about the day from Landon Tanner? I'm not sure the conversation from the home plate umpire, Landon. Maybe he didn't like a Josh Beckett type celebration or something. Not sure. But here we go. Final out. Gavin Douglas. The pitcher record today for Fremont comes to the plate with a chance to tie the game and give him a no decision. Fastball. He may have missed where it was called for, but called or missed the plate. Ball 1. The 1-0 bounce, 2-0. Game-winning run at the plate. Fastball. Tanner not going to mess around. Steps on first, and Farmington holds on to a 2-1 win over Fremont. The number 1 RPI seeded Fremont Silverwolves go to the loser bracket at the hands of the region foe, Farmington Phoenix. This one means a little more to Farmington than just a win in the state tournament. Remember, they won a 12-inning game last week against West Jordan, and they come in today, and Landon Tanner holds one of, if not the most potent offense in 6A to 1 run and a complete game gem. Scatters 6 hits for 1 run. And Farmington will move on to play tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, where they'll take on the winner of Lone Peak and American Fork. Our Heinemann Associates player of the game has got to be Landon Tanner. I want to go a little bit offense. It's what I'm prone to do, but the pitching performance by Landon Tanner was outstanding. Dealt with some traffic. Not only that, he deals with giving up a triple and the game-tying run at first base with no outs. Comes back at 3 consecutive outs, including an unassisted out to close out the game. Our final score, the Farmington Phoenix 2, the Fremont Silverwolves 1. Farmington moves on to play tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We'll have that for you right here as every game of the 6A state tournament, BYU and UVU, will be right here on KSLSports.com. I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back. The American Fork and Lone Peak, our Heinemann Associates player of the game. Calvin Morrow, our final score. Farmington 2, Fremont 1. You're watching the 2022 6A baseball tournament on KSLSports.com. We'll be back